Hey there, Julie Cross here. Oh, I can't possibly go for too long without talking about this subject of exercise, and why we're still not taking responsibility for it. I really think that personal responsibility is the new black. This is your life. Would you like to take some responsibility with that? And I'm just wondering when the time is that we start really asking ourselves that question and reflecting on it and taking that responsibility. And the first place to start is with our health. And some of the things I talk about in my shows when I talk about motivation as to why people aren't self-motivated to look after themselves, and I always talk about it's that connection between knowing that you're worth it. So how would I look after something that I loved? Well, I would do loving things to make sure that I looked after it. How do I look after my car that I love? Well, I service it regularly, I insure it, I polish it, I wash it, and I make sure it looks nice. Well, how would I look after my body that I loved? What would I do with that? And we can't use the excuse anymore because I didn't know that exercise was good for me. That's why I'm not exercising, because I didn't know. I haven't got any data on that. I haven't got enough information on that to know exercise is good. I picked up this brochure the other day. Exercise, the best, cheapest, most accessible medicine available. I got so excited. The website's exerciseismedicine.org.au. I don't know who's responsible for this, but it's a government initiative, but I'm pretty excited. So if you thought that it was because you didn't have enough data on this, well, let's share some data. 60% of Australian adults did less than the recommended 30 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity per day. 60% of Australian adults did less. So physical inactivity is the second greatest contributor behind tobacco smoking to the cancer burden in Australia. More evidence? Regular exercise can increase cancer survival rates after diagnosis by 50 to 60%. Physical inactivity is estimated to be the main cause for approximately 21 to 25% of breast and colon cancers, 27% of diabetes, and approximately 30% of heart disease burden. I mean, and there's more and more. I could go on and on, but you could go to the website and have a look. So we know that, and I'm guilty too. I'm not saying I'm not guilty, but I have an ability to reflect and take responsibility for that because we know we have the data that exercise is good for us. We have the equipment. Most of us have walking shoes in our cupboard. We have the places to walk. In Australia, we have beautiful walking trails everywhere, and they have that free exercise equipment that you can do your free exercises on as you go if you'd like. And we sweat the same in Lorna Jane as we do in Best and Less, I'm just saying. So that's not an excuse either. So then why wouldn't we be doing it? Why wouldn't we be getting ourselves out of bed in the morning and doing that walk and not just talking about it? And, so that would have to be something to do with that you thought you weren't worth it or that you didn't love yourself enough to do it. So let's start there and start loving ourselves up. And the beautiful thing about this is when you start doing it, you release that beautiful feeling into your body, and into your mind and your soul, that feeling you get when you feel so good about it, and you start loving yourself up more because you started doing it. So if you're not loving yourself up to do it, you're going to have to just be disciplined at the beginning and make yourself get out of bed and go for the walk, and then the love will follow because you'll feel so much respect for yourself that you did what you said you were going to do. Come on, this is our life. Let us give our life and our body the respect it deserves. And let's start doing it. And let's stop making excuses. Let's take a little responsibility with that. And now I have to apply that to wine and drinking too much of it. So I'll get right on to that. I'll see you next time.